Switch me on.
Hey everybody, welcome back to The Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and here I am again. I haven't done videos in months, and now I'm doing them 2 days in a row. Don't get used to it. It's not something that will happen super often, but I did want to make another quick video today. Yesterday was completely focused on the prop that I was working on, and I wanted to do a video today to kind of explain where I've been, why I haven't really been involved in the community. I've kind of ignored all the questions people have asked me, frankly just disappeared for months on end. And I don't necessarily think that I have to answer to anybody, but I think it's fair for the people that have been asking questions and worried about my well-being and things of that nature for me to come up here and kind of share a little bit about that. And first of all, I want to apologize in part for the video yesterday. I put one up that had low volume on it with bad grainy video quality and didn't really realize it until I got about an hour worth of footage to edit. And today I'm making a change with the video that I'm recording. I usually do it with a forward-facing selfie camera just so I can see what you'll see when it gets produced. But I flipped it around today so I could use a higher quality camera on the other side. So if I'm slightly out of frame, then I apologize. But I'm trying something new, trying to make the video a little bit better. And then I'll go and I'll adjust the audio before I put the video up on YouTube today. So thanks for putting up with that. I'm a little rusty on the whole video thing. And that gets back into where things stand. So first off, I've had people ask me, are you done with Ghostbusters? What's the deal? Haven't really been involved in the community, and kind of a little bit am. I kind of got to the point where didn't really feel the motivation to create the content anymore. And I don't know, let's say it's this way. Let's say after being hungry for a long time and then finally being fed, a lot of times after we are fed, then obviously you're not that hungry anymore. And although food can look and sound good, once you're full, then it's good to take a break before you go back for seconds. It's kind of what I feel like now, is that I did a lot of videos, a lot of stuff for different videos that I had, a long series of my Proton Pack that I really spruced up, really made it look like the Venkman Hero Pack from Ghostbusters 2. That took a lot. Then we got the HasLab Pack. I spent a lot of time with videos for that. And then started working on the 3D printed parts and props, the slime blower. I was good with the slime gun, cannon thing, whatever you want to call it. When I got more into the actual build of the slime blower pack, it became not as fun and more work, and it was getting into the point where I was spending a lot of money on it that I was tired of spending on it. And it kind of burned me out a little bit. And then if we go into the Ghostbusters media side of things, we got a couple of brand new movies in the Ghostbusters universe since I started this channel. We got Afterlife and Frozen Empire within the time that I've been filming videos of this channel, going back to I believe late 2019, early 2020. And that kind of goes into what I was talking about with feeling full. We've gotten a couple of movies that there for a long time we thought we would never have, and I had the large collection of things, and I was just kind of to the point where it's like, okay, I've had enough. And if you like to think in terms of like a sports team. Even if you have a great season or a bad season, either way, when it's over, you're going to get 4 to 6 months of downtime before you ramp up and go back at it for another season. And I kind of see this break as kind of my downtime before potentially ramping things back up. I don't expect to be back to creating things on a super consistent basis. This might be a very sporadic thing where when I feel that I want to put something out there for you guys, then I will. So things like the Max Factory prop here, let's say when the Hasbro 2 in the box thing comes out, then that's a good thing for me to give some thoughts on. But I'm not going to be in a rush to be first on that. I know that there are great content creators and channels out there that will have things ready and high quality things for you to see. And then I'll come along and put my 2 cents in with that as well. But I'm done trying to fight the rat race. I kind of felt that pressure a little bit when the HasLab pack came out. I wanted to help put out some of my ideas of the mods before everybody else got their hands on it and put their ideas out there. And kind of in a selfish way, but you know, that's where we were at the time. And I really don't want to play that game or fight that battle anymore. So that will be something where when I have the time to do it, and if and when I feel it's a good thing for me to put out there, and something I think that you guys will enjoy, then I'll put it out there. So this channel started as a hobby for me and something that I did on my spare time with a little spare cash that I might have had in my pocket, and turned into something that I never thought it would. I mean, it's been way more successful. Yesterday I was looking at the subscriber count, and it's over 2,400, and that's just insane number. So all props to you guys, no pun intended, for all of the support that you guys have given me. I got so many nice messages yesterday with people talking about how excited that I was back making another video. And some people, at least one person said, you know, their favorite channel had come back, and that's insane. I really appreciate that. And just all the kind comments that I got just when that video came out yesterday. And again, I'm sorry I had to split it into 2 different ones. I could have taken down the first attempt that had the low volume, but there were already so many nice messages on it from the time that I put it up there that I didn't want to take it down to feel like I'm erasing all of the kind things that people were saying to me. So I left that one up, and then I put up another one that had the better sound quality. So that's why there's 2 of them, and they're both in 45-minute chunks. That is a lot longer than I really want to go with any videos. Most of them will be the shorter variety. But if it's something that's worth it, I feel like the Pop Mechanism thing deserved to have that much attention. So that's as tight as I could get that one down. So let's talk again about another aspect of why I kind of disappeared. Okay, so part of it was with the Ghostbusters content and the community, everything. I felt like it was a good time for a break. Didn't really feel the motivation to create anymore. And then there were a few other factors as well. So there's a few other things in my life that when they get my attention, it's to the same passionate level as the Ghostbusters thing is. And I spoke about it a few times last year, and that is my fandom of the Texas Rangers baseball team. And some of you who are not sports fans, or if you're not from the United States, I get it. If you're going to glaze over on this, that's fine. But if you've ever loved a sports team and had one of those runs where your team kind of comes out of nowhere, starts with a great season, starts to fade towards the end, fights their way into the playoffs, and then finds a way to pull it all out at the end, then you might have an idea of kind of what the stress level was like for me last year. So around August and September, my favorite team was fighting to get into the playoffs, and they were starting to nosedive, pulled it out, made it in on the last day of the season, and then in October, all the way until November 1st, they had a run through the playoffs that they've never had before. It's a team that's never won a championship before until last year. And so I was just a bundle of nerves. My wife thought I was going to have a heart attack or a stroke or some point just from the stress level during that month and a couple of leading up to it. But they were able to pull it out. They won the championship, and it was a super great time and one of those highlight experiences of my lifetime. So it's kind of akin to Ghostbusters Afterlife being announced and coming out. That it's one of those things. It's like you don't know if you'll live to see the day of something that you really want to see happen actually come to fruition. So that really took a lot of my attention away from wanting to create. It pulled a lot of that motivation out because I feel like that I only have a certain amount of passion that I can give to any one direction. And once it was all geared toward my baseball fandom, then it just sucked it all out of the Ghostbusters stuff that I had been working on. And then when it finished in a championship, then all of the side money that I kind of save up to use towards putting to Ghostbusters collectibles or things on the channel, props or what have you, I wanted to spend all of that money on things from my team winning the championship. So I have a collection of stuff. I've created a few spots here in my Ghostbusters room where I do my videos here in the house, and I've got the Ghostbusters stuff in the background here where you can see it today, but the other couple of walls, I've got a lot of my Rangers collectibles now hanging on the wall, so I've changed things up a little bit. So wanted to spend a lot of that, what would have been Ghostbusters money on things to celebrate my team winning a championship, because my whole life the one thing I really wanted was a t-shirt that said World Series champion Texas Rangers on it, and to be able to buy that and hoodies and hats and all kinds of giveaways at the ballpark this last season, then that took away from a lot that I would have spent here on the channel and with my Ghostbusters collectibles. I've actually downsized a lot of my Ghostbusters stuff. You may have seen that I've been putting some stuff up available for sale on here on Instagram, and also I've put it on Facebook Marketplace and on eBay, and I've gotten rid of many of my collectibles. Some of the things that you would have seen previously in the background here, I've moved on from. Some of that money went to some of my baseball collectibles. Some of it went to saving up a little bit so that I could afford some more stuff for the Max Factory parts. I'm kind of done buying Ghostbusters everything else. We'll just say it that way. Like I'll get the 2 in the box thing that's already paid for. I don't know that I'll buy the new HasLab with the Ecto-1, either one of them. They're very tempting. I might change my mind if I have enough money by the beginning of December, but if I don't, I'm not going to stress about it. And that would be a cool collectible. If you guys are already planning on buying one, I could totally see why. And like I said, it is tempting, but I have not given into that yet. Another thing that pulled me away from the channel was the need to get a second job. And I don't do this YouTube channel, all the content, I don't do it to make money. It does make $200 to $300 a year, so it's not really anything. It's not like some of the guys that are pumping out content and have thousands and thousands of viewers and multiple videos a week. That will drive some of the revenue for those people, and they'll be able to get stuff. And also, when you do the live streams and you get the super chats and all of that stuff, it's just free money that shows up there. That's not the format I use for my videos, so I really don't have that kind of way of earning money here on my channel. And I'm not saying that to beg or so that you will give at any point here. I'm just saying that YouTube is not a money stream for me in my life. And so I needed to get a second job, looked at a couple of different options, and I found something that has been perfect for me. In April, I got to start a job as a part-time tour guide at the home ballpark of the Texas Rangers, my favorite baseball team. And so a couple of days a week at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. If you want to show up during the week and come take a tour, then there's a potential that I could be your tour guide. So if you're a baseball fan and you like to go to different stadiums, let me know ahead of time if you're going to come to Arlington, and I would love to be your tour guide at Globe Life Field. Give me a heads up and I'll try to make sure that I'm scheduled on that particular day, or I can switch with somebody if I need to. So that has been something that has been a source of income and a source of joy for me. The baseball team didn't perform to the same level this year as it did last year, but it was still a super fun time to be at the ballpark this year. Like I said, they had a lot. When you win the World Series, you get the stadium giveaways the next year are just outstanding. From the bobbleheads and the jerseys. This year they gave out all these little replica championship rings. And so I've got 10 of those of different ones that have different player names on them. So that's along the lines of the collectability of some of the Ghostbusters stuff. You could see how I would want to go and collect a lot of those things. People do say a lot about me knowing a lot of things and absorbing a lot of information about the proton packs and the Ghostbusters props. I've had that kind of absorption and want to know that kind of stuff for the statistics and different things in baseball and in the Rangers, going back to when I really became a fan at a high level, back when I was pretty much a preteen, when I was about 13, 12 years old, around 1993, 94. So I've had 30 years of this experience of just being one of those people that just enjoys the information, the stats, the jersey numbers, the different teams that players played for, knowing the years that this person was here or that person, and how the team did from time to time. I could go into it, but that really helps me in that job to have that framework and that basis of things to talk about with fans as they come through the stadium. I did have to learn some of the numbers and facts and figures about the stadium itself. And besides that, then it just comes supernatural to me to be able to share those things along the tours, and it's really fun for me. It does not make a whole lot of money. I wish it made more, but it is a fun side job for me, and I say that my other job is the one that pays the bills. The baseball job is the one I do to keep me sane. So kind of in the same way that the Ghostbusters channel did for the time that it was really active. So that does take up more of my week now, and takes away from availability that I have to make things here for you guys on YouTube. During the summer, while the kids are home from school, I do like to spend a lot of time with them while they're home for summer break. So the time of day, like is right now, it's about between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning when I'm able to film this for you guys today. And a lot of my stuff for the channel would be here in the morning time before lunch. While the kids are home, I'm doing stuff with them during the summertime. So that's another reason why you didn't see me much during the summer. So I do appreciate all of the interest in my well-being and wanting to know that I'm okay, and that is super sweet, and I do appreciate that. I am fine. Things are good. Uh, Priorities have changed a little bit. Things that I want to do in life have changed a little bit. And before I end, I need to show you my tattoo. I've never been a tattoo guy. My wife said if the Rangers ever won the World Series, that I could get one, and I went big on this one. So if you can't see, it has the words "Not Dreaming" here, and these are in some of the jersey fonts from the Rangers uniforms. And why does it say "Not Dreaming"? Well, when the Rangers won the World Series, the first one they've ever won, the radio broadcaster for the Rangers is a man named Eric Nadel. And he'd been with the team for 45 years through the good and the bad, the ups and the downs, and through some of the major disappointments. And he was finally able to give the call when the team won the World Series that he'd been waiting almost half a century to give, when he said, "He struck him out looking. It's over. It's over. The Rangers have won the World Series. Ranger fans, you're not dreaming. After 52 years in Texas, 63 years as a franchise, the wait is over, and the celebration has begun." And that's one of the things that I share on the tour. And the not dreaming really has, the idea of that has really stuck with me. And that was something that I wanted to incorporate on the artwork that I was finally able to get, because the team did win the World Series. So you may see that flash up time and again on my YouTube videos and wonder what it is. That's what it is. And I don't know that I'll ever get anything else, but this is something that I definitely wanted to have to be a part of that personal celebration of my team winning the championship. So how often will I be making videos? As I kind of alluded to before, it'll be as I have time. It'll be as I have something I feel that is worthy of sharing. If you guys ever want to do a question and answer kind of thing, that would be just an easy thing to post real quick and be done with, then that's something that will work too. But as far as having a full-on build video with 45 minutes worth of airtime, that is not something that I plan to do very often, partly because I don't really have that many things that I'm building at the moment, and the things that I am building are expensive, and setting aside the money to get all of that stuff right now is not really something that is right in my capabilities. So I am here. Things are good. Don't worry about me. And as I have things to share, I will. And I appreciate all of you guys. Feel free to go back and watch some other videos. And if you have any questions on any of that stuff there, then you can reach out. I can't guarantee I'm going to be as responsive as I once was. But as I'm able to, then I may be able to reach out to you guys. There are so many other people in this community that have so much information, so much knowledge and experience and ability to build a lot of this equipment, and those people you can reach out to as well. And I feel like I've been mistakenly put on a certain level that I may not have achieved on my own merits, just because I've compiled some information, put that out for you guys, and then showed myself build some of these things. Not a whole lot that I do here is really that special compared to what a lot of guys are producing out there. So search around, find some of the other creators out there that are doing awesome things, and make sure that you're considering that as part of the community, and not saying leave me alone and go bother them, but there are plenty of other people out there that do equally, if not greater things with Ghostbusters, the props, and their build abilities. So check them out, and I'll be here, and like I said, when I'm able, I'll be able to put some stuff up here, and I do not take it lightly. I do appreciate when you guys check out the videos. It made my day yesterday to see that the numbers did still show up on the number of views and the people commenting and liking it. That is, as a content creator, that's one of those things that makes you feel warm and fuzzy if you haven't done something in a while and people notice when you come back. I do appreciate it. That's enough rambling. Thanks for joining me today. Hopefully that answers some of the questions on why I've been absent lately, and kind of have an idea of going forward. If there is a gap between now and the next few videos, then you know why, and I think it's fair for me to share that with you guys today. I'll see you guys whenever that next one comes around. Bye.